Welcome back to the show. Your real estate today. Happy Saturday. I just feel so joyful talking about my favorite subject. I'm kidding. And plus the fact we were talking to Marty Ivey. What more fun can you have than that guy, right, Sandy?
Fun and disgusting, that last segment.
That checks out. Yeah.
We're sorry. The number you're dialing is not in service. Please check the number and dial again. Check what they're doing. All right, Marty Ivey. All right, so in the beginning of the show, I talked about every week we try to come with something we learned. And actually, we didn't talk about what I wanted to talk about. So we're going to talk about it right now with Sandy. And that is the question, should I wait until the spring to list my home or to buy a home? Should I wait until the spring to list my home or buy a home? Now, every time I do that, TJ's going to remember, because he's been with me that many years, about a spot that I did. What was it, TJ? At least 10 years ago, if not more.
Yeah.
About spring is in the air. He's already shaking his head and laughing. And I used to do my own ad copy, and I'd said, spring is in the air. Can you smell it? And so TJ took the opportunity to mess with me. So I came into the studio and he had created a synopsis with that ad around, can you smell it? So that was kind of fun. I will never forget that. And he probably has, but I haven't. I have laughed so hard about that. Every time I think about spring is in the air, I think about that stupid ad I did that said, can you smell it? So anyway, speaking of the last subject, last segment, can you smell it?
Yeah.
Your crawl space is full of sewage. Can you smell it? So anyway, Marty would appreciate that. But anyway, why not wait till the spring, Sandy? So I will share, and then I need you to share. So I say, if you want to wait until the spring, that is a choice. You can make that choice. You can do that. You're in control. But I think the reason why people make that choice is not always for the right reason. They think that if I'm going to buy, there'll be more houses available, and there may be. But what they don't understand is typically as we come into this time of year, if you're going to buy a house, you're ready to buy a house. If you're going to sell a house, you're ready to sell a house. And you're not kicking tires per se, at least we hope not, that you're moving forward in this transaction. So a lot of times I have had months where November and December have been the best months I have had in the year, because people that are coming in have a reason to buy, and they understand that rents in and of themselves are going up at such a rapid rate that A, there's a lack of inventory of rentals right now, and B, the rates, even with the interest rates we have right now, are accelerating so quickly that strategy of paying 100% interest, meaning nothing is going towards the home, is something you do your best to try to avoid over the long term. Okay. So yes, right now, people are saying, well, there's a ton of homes on the market. Well, guess what? There's not. And again, that's because a lot of people don't want to give up those 3 to 3.5% mortgages, or below 3. Thank you, Sandy, that I got a couple of years ago. And they don't want to let go of those. So they're either converting those homes to a rental while they buy a different house and using it as an investment and selling it later. Because they understand, and I know Sandy will talk about it later, they understand that this is not a forever place in the interest rate market, and that rates will come back down, projected possibly by the end of next year. I don't have a crystal ball. It's rolled down the hill and it's in the lake, but that's what people a lot smarter than me are saying. The other thing is, they finally come to, smart buyers right now and sellers have come to the realization, if you price the home right, correct, we've all made a lot of money in the housing market in the last couple of years, and our houses have gone up well, that if you price it correctly, it's going to sell somewhere between 97.5% of asking price to 100% of asking price, if it's priced correctly. So that is what the averages are. That doesn't mean that happens all the time. But if you price it right, you prepare it, it will sell. Now, it's not going to be in an hour or 48 hours or 72 hours. It's going to go back to the normal amount of days, which is between 30 and 40 days of the house selling. That's just normal. You know, a lot of people understand there's good debt and there's bad debt. All right, so let's do a little trivia. Sandy has not seen my script for today because I didn't have it till later, and TJ hasn't read it because I covered it up when he went by. What is the average, and I'll ask you both, what is the average credit card rate right now in the marketplace? What is the average credit card interest rate? If you don't pay your credit card off, what interest rate will you pay right now on that credit card?
7%.
21%.
The answer is 19%.
Wow.
You don't pay your credit card off, you're paying 19% interest on average right now.
What did TJ say?
He said
Way
7.
below.
7. I mean, he went below the mortgage rate right now.
Wow.
You know? I like his optimism, though.
That's the kind of guy I am.
A man of his means, though, probably doesn't pay any interest rates at all on anything.
Yeah, of course, of my means.
A man of his means, that's right. So, you know, right now, Sandy, we know that creative financing and creative thought is how to move forward. There is opportunity, and it's not a time to sit by. There is opportunity if you want to buy or sell right now. So in the final 2.5 minutes or so, what are your thoughts and what is your update?
My thoughts were the same, that the buyers during this time are serious buyers. And you have less competition, and your return on investment is still going to be terrific, especially while the stock market's not doing so well. So rates are up and down all around. I think they're doing the hokey pokey. I'm not sure what they're doing. But what I can say is there's still an inversion where the jumbo rates are still better than the conforming rates. So the conforming rates, if they're in the 7s, the jumbos are in the mid 6s. The arms are in the 5s. Like, it's good to explore all those options and make sure that you're working with someone, especially if you're self-employed, that understands self-employment. I got a deal today, and the other lender that had looked at it could not qualify the client. And for the life of me, I can't understand why, because when I calculate the income, it's perfect. So clearly they do not know how to calculate self-employed income. And I find that pretty rampant in the industry. So get an expert that you trust and you like, somebody that will communicate well. We love phone calls. We love to talk to people and communicate throughout the process. Um, and the elephant in the room is that rates are a little high right now. However, they're not permanent. They're temporary, and we can refinance you next year when we anticipate the rates will probably be coming down. So I wouldn't hesitate to buy at this point.
Yeah, I agree, Sandy. And I think there's a lot of opportunity. If somebody really wants to understand creative ways that you're getting the deals done right now, what do they do? How do they get you?
They just call my mobile at 704-577-0144.
704-577-0144. If you're interested in buying, selling, or considering investment or need property management, We want to be there for you. Jameson has a full suite of services for the real estate industry, and we're happy to talk. Or if you want to learn more, you can also pick up my book at pauljameson.com or on Amazon called Opportunity is Knocking. That's there for you to give you a taste of what real estate investment can do for you. Thank you, Sandy, for popping in today, and also for your wisdom around the rates.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it.
And thank you all for listening. The show, Your Real Estate Today. God bless you all. Take care. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next week. The show, Your Real Estate Today, here on News Talk 1110 99.3 WBT.